No big muscles to show off, nor a beautiful body cut like the Mr. India. Neither was the karate or boxing expert Muhammad Ali, but still people followed the king, and the king is Bal Keshav Thackeray. They call him Bala Sahib Thackeray, born on 23rd January 1926 in Pune, in Maharashtra, India. Attained Samadhi on 17th November 2012 in Mumbai, in India. Was an Indian politician who founded the Shiv Sena, a right-wing pro-Marathi and Hindu nationalist party active mainly in the city of Mumbai. Bal Sahib Thackeray, popularly known as Hindu Hruday Samrat, means the emperor of the Hindu hearts or the godfather of Maharashtra, said Bombay is a prostitute that people leave behind after satisfying their needs without saying as much as a thank you. I think first time he provoked the sleeping Hindu community to a waking stage to think that it is their land and you should demand a thank you. You are not to be used. Bombay is a prostitute that people leave behind after satisfying their needs when Hindu Hruday Samrat, the emperor of the Hindu hearts and godfather of Maharashtra, Balasaheb Thackeray ji said, I was thinking of this from the last 650 odd days of my talk was try to unite the family back to its position, to make people aware, to provoke the people to go back to the family, to go back to the roots. And here I find Bala Sahib Thackeray ji saying, Bombay is a prostitute. Did our boys, the husbands, believe that the girls which we are given to them as their wife are prostitutes to leave behind after satisfying their needs without saying as much as a thank you? From there started the breakup and the poverty of the land. From there started the attack of the foreigners to our country, taking the country and keeping them under their control. It has to be corrected right in our house. The family which sits together, eats together, prays together, grows together. Bombay is a prostitute, said Bal Sahib Thackeray, that people leave behind after satisfying their needs. Husbands does the same thing to their wives. And seeing that, the wives rushes up to the temple or to the father and they said that is your karma. The whole of India, the whole of Hindu community believed that the foreigners come here and satisfy needs without saying thank you and taking the things is karma of your land that has destroyed us without looking into our strength. If our sons and boys were taught that not to take things for granted, then it is not needed that they need to say thank you. We do not have to even demand a thank you. Thank you comes of its own once we know that we understand our culture. And once we understand our culture, nobody else can invade us. Nobody can make us a slave. That is the first part. And from there, the son learned that he did it to the next generation, and generation after generation, seeing that what happened in the house, the political leaders understood, look at the elections going on, people are running, don't they have work back in the house, electrical works which has to be connected to the solar on a daily basis, the sun energy to be converted into solar, and to find out what Shakuntala Devi said, almost every day we need to calculate every second how much solar energy we are able to collect it from the sun, which gives us free of cost. The sun which falls even on the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, into the rich or the poor, the Hindu or the Muslim or the Christian or Jaina or the Sikh or the Parsi, to take it, to collect it so that we can put it into the batteries for future uses, and to share it to others so that we don't live in darkness. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. That is what all Bal Thackeray, Tamaso ma jyotir. We need Jyoti in our land, in Maharashtra. Don't spit on us. You came when you were a Roman, act like a Roman. For that he was forced to invoke and provoke his people to stand on their legs, and he won it. Yes, if Bal Thackeray can win it, your house heads can win it. Just make sure, then when there is first save and then spend the sunlight collected into the solar batteries, save it and then share it. Save and then spend. First save. Once we learn how to hug the trees and to feed the birds, that they come to our hand and pick up the grains from the rainwater harvesting pond which is right in front of our house, we have created the first beauty of thank you to the nature, and the whole world knows only one thing: thank you. That is the first day you understand that you are not a prostitute, neither a gigolo. A husband walks into the house, opens his dress and throws into the bed, you can know he is a prostitute and a gigolo. If he folds it and keeps it properly, keep the things back into the position, first save, then spend, he has created an example to the next generation. Giving a helping hand once he reaches home, the child rushes up to the garden to make sure the organic garden, whether it is in proper order, whether it is fed, first save and then spend, whether it is water, drip irrigation, drip, not wastage. Yes, the moment you pour flood irrigation, you are again a prostitute and a gigolo. Whether you will be able to drip it to make sure in your house there is organic vegetables and fruits and the medicinal plants. And then you find out whether the solar, how much you are able to collect it. You have a calculation on the amount of rainwater you are able to save, including the wind energy. And then once you know to hug the trees, you have hugged your mother and your father, your wife and your husband. That hug brings down the major part of the construction of hospitals in our land and the pharmaceutical companies, because there won't be any diseases. The child, before going to the school, first he will save and then spend time in the school, means save in the house. He does his samskriti. The early morning, he lights the lamp, sings the bhajan before he opens the mouth. That bhajan creates the Carnatic music, the Hindustani music, to clear his voice. And he has done his Surya Namaskar, he stretched it so that he can see 2.5 kilometers, he can hear 2.5 kilometers, he can smell 2.5 kilometers. His sense organs are so powerful, he has checked it before he goes to the stage to spend his time in the school. And once that is understood, where there is poverty, Hindu Hriday Samrat, emperor of the Hindu hearts, godfather of Maharashtra, Bal Thackeray said, Bombay is a prostitute. Don't make your house a prostitute. That people leave behind after satisfying their needs. You are the cause for the election stunts. Can you believe they don't have work? So many people running after in hundreds and thousands. Who will take care of the wife and the children and the house and the rainwater harvest and the solar? Didn't you hear what Shakuntala Devi said? Every day when you calculate, your mind tickles, and half or all your diseases comes down. You look younger than what you are, 50% younger than what you are. Yes, 50%. The energy of the old is gone. More young you become. Bal Keshav Thackeray said, Bombay is a prostitute. People leave behind after satisfying needs without saying as much as a thank you. Go back to your houses and find out whether you are acting like a prostitute or a gigolo.